Hey, what's going on, guys? CosmicJamo2 here, and we have a second review up, and this is going to be for the tactical first-person shooter known as Rainbow Six Siege. This is a Tom Clancy game, and if any of you have played Tom Clancy games in the past, you know that there's a lot, and they take a lot of skill. So this is a fairly new game I've got. I bought it last week, I think, and I have enjoyed it a lot since the time I've had it. But basically, I'm just going to be talking about what I like about the game and some things I don't necessarily like. And if you want to watch, make sure just to stick through the entire video if you want to get all my personal thoughts about it. So, first, we're going to start off with the pros. So some of the pros about this game, these are things that I like about it, is it is very fun to play with others. Like, I have a big group of friends who own this game, and after school, I can get, like, maybe, including myself, 5 people together, and we can all be in one game together and easily communicate with each other, which makes playing the game a lot easier and makes it a lot easier to win. So I like how it is just really easy to play with your friends. Another thing I like about the game is right now it's relatively cheap. The game's been out for 2 years, and right now it's not crazy expensive. Like, I got my game off of Amazon for around like $20. It's not expensive at all. And I know they just ran a sale on the Xbox store and for the game for like $25. So if you catch it at the right time, you can find the game for a pretty low price, nothing too taxing. So it doesn't cost a lot to play right now. I like how this game is very unique, and it just brings a lot of new elements to the table. There are, let me see, there's 16 original operators in the game, and operators act like different characters in a way. So each operator has a different unique ability they can use, and it's really fun to play as, because it's not just like everyone's the same person, you have to try to shoot the other. You have special abilities that can like counter another person who is on the enemy team. So it is really fun to play when you start getting into it, because it's so unique. Another thing I really enjoy is the different game modes. I mean, you either can play casual or ranked, but the different individual game modes inside of casual or ranked are really fun. I believe there's 3, and if there's not, just put it down in the comments. I'm still learning. There's bomb, hostage, and secure area, I think, and they're each different in themselves, because you can't have the same strategies for each game mode, because each game mode's different and not each strategy is going to work. So it makes the game a little more diverse and not just the same repetitive shoot the other team every single time. So that's something I like. And then my last pro on the game are the maps. I think each map has a different layout and makes it really fun, because I think there's around 10 maps, and it's really fun because each map has different special pathways to get through, and just the look of the map looks really cool. I like each individual layout, and I think that the Ubisoft team did a really good job on that. So that finishes up with the pros, but with every game, each game has some cons, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about those. So there aren't as many cons as there are pros, which is good, which game better. Because if there are more problems than good things in a game, then it really wouldn't be that good of a game. So the first thing that I really don't like about this game is it's very tactical. You can't just rush in there and guns blazing all willy-nilly hoping that it's going to succeed somehow. You have to plan out your move and your strategy before you get into a firefight. So it's a very tedious game. You can't just go guns a-blazing. You have to plan it out. So for people who don't want to play a really difficult game like that this may not be the game for you. So another thing that I have against this game is that there are, like I mentioned earlier, there are operators, and when the game first came out, there were 16 original operators, 8 offensive operators, 8 defensive, and you could buy them with renown, and so they were pretty easy to get. But then they started coming out with other operators they came out with 8 new Season 1s. They came out with Season 1 operators, and that was just for the first year. So, and these operators are much more expensive. They cost a lot more renown than the original 16, so I don't like... I mean, the other operators, they're just like the other ones. They just are unique in their own way. They're not necessarily better than the original operators, but they're just expensive. And I understand why Ubisoft did this, because they could sell a season pass for the game. So if you buy a season pass, you can get early access to these operators and get them for free, not having to buy renown. So it's understandable because they want to make more money, because that's the whole reason that they design a game and sell a game, is to make money. But I wish they didn't have to do that for the game, because it just makes it not as good. And then the final con that I have is it takes a while to get used to. Like I said, this is a very tactical game, and for myself, it took a long time to get used to it. I was really bad at the beginning, but now I still have a long ways to go, no doubt about that, but I am not nearly as bad as I was. So it just, because there's so many new aspects in this game than other first-person shooters. There's just, you can shoot people through walls instead of everything being bulletproof. You can barricade walls or just reinforce them. There's just so many new aspects that it takes a while to get used to. And like every game you play, you gotta get used to it. You gotta learn how the game is played to be able to play it well. And that comes with no surprise. That I still have a ways to go after having it for 1 week. So overall, I would give this game a solid 8.3 out of 5, because although it's very tactical, if you like a serious game and you like to be competitive, then this is definitely the game for you. I enjoy it, and even though I play silly games like Rocket League, I still find this game to be really fun. So thank you guys for watching this. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you want to see a game that you're thinking about getting and you want to see it reviewed, just put it down in the comments, and I'll see if I can do anything about it. So Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.